Hello. Hi. Hello. Hey everyone, I'm Korak here, your ever curious and ever loyal companion and your personal guide to the retro realm of bunnhop. Konnichiwa. コラキラと申します。よろしくお願いします。Hello! Happy 4th of July! Woohoo! How is everyone doing this fine Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon? Mia M&S on YouTube says, OMG, you're back. I've missed these streams. Welcome back, Mia. How are you doing? We also missed you here in bunnhop, or on bunnhop rather. Mars the Muse on YouTube says, well, this is the first time actually on time. Welcome back to the stream, Mars. Thank you for coming. And you don't have to be on time. You can just come and go as you please. Oh, I'm happy that we got our tables back. Remember, these tables were gone the previous time that we were here. Let's skyhold on our previous stream. I don't know what happened. And also, I totally forgot to look up who Lord Trifles is and how we can go to the basement of Skyhold. Anyway, welcome back to part 58 of our Chill Play Dragon Age Inquisition series. We have completed the base game, which is great. At least we've completed something. Lord Trifles. Minutiae. How do we even find him? Good lord, we missed out on this. In the basement vault near the kitchen. Is he still there? I want to check. Are you still here, Lord Trifles? No. Oh, he is still there. Let's go and try to find him. Where is he? I just wanted to find him before we where is he? Before we move on and start the Trespasser DLC. I have no idea how to find him. He's supposed to be in the vault next to the kitchens or something like that. The vault next to the kitchen. Oh, yay! Our bottles are now here again. I guess that was a graphical glitch or something last time. Because I was like, where are our collectibles? They were missing. Mars the Muse on YouTube says, happy to be here. Thanks, Rosie. Looks like someone put Bunny's furniture back. Well, I'm happy that we managed to find our... I don't know. It must be a mage or something. It must have been a mage who took our furniture last time. Oh, Josephine, what are you doing? Is this what happens when you just manage to complete the game, the base game? Everything goes wrong. And I remember Cullen was missing too. Let's go check on Cullen. I hope he's there. Wait. What is the fastest way to Cullen again? Mars says, also nice to meet you, Mia. Oh, great introductions. Mia meet Mars and Mars meet Mia. Mia says, nice to meet you too, Mars. I'm glad the furniture reappeared as well. Lol. I don't know what happened to our furniture. Oh, okay, so this is the fastest way to get to Blackwall. I remember Cullen wasn't there, and then Josephine wasn't there too last time. Oh no. Yeah, I just want to talk to Cullen because we weren't able to talk to him last time. And then the fastest way to get there is to climb up the tavern, I think. I hope so. And then we will definitely get started with Trespasser. Trespasser. It's this way. Cullen, are you here? Are you back at your office, or are you missing again?
It's best I don't train with the troops.
He's here.
Yes, it is. With Corypheus gone, there's talk among the Templars of reform.
Great
They
for the
intend to stop
Templars.
binding their ranks with Lyria. They could make something better than what the Order became.
Will you join them?
I wish them well, but my place is here. Our work's not yet done, Inquisitor.
Okay. I guess. Sure. Well, I'm happy that Cullen is going to stay with us. Mara says, well, don't look at me, I'm just a bard.
Inquisitor.
Let us hear one of your songs, Mr. Bard.
Hello, my darling.
Oh, that's it. Okay, I was trying to get to that Lord Trifles guy. But unfortunately, I couldn't find him. Oh well, I don't mind. We missed out on this specific NPC, but that's okay. You can even find him in the closet inside our chambers. That's just crazy. Wow. I see. He must be inside the first cell of the dungeons. And it's bugged, unfortunately. Okay. All right. So this guy, Lord Trifles Minutiae, is a confusing nobleman who ostensibly resides at Skyhold and periodically appears in various places to interrogate the Inquisitor regarding historical trivia. He claims that this is part of the Quizquisition. And in answering 3 of these questions correctly awards the boon of the spoon. Well, the game should have told me that from the beginning. Sadly, we weren't able to engage with Lord Trifles. Mia says Lord Trifles appears very sporadically. Yeah, we only saw him at the end of the game. He was under. He was in the basement, but I couldn't find any way to talk to him. Anyway, let's go and complete this war table operation. Scout Haven ruins. Inquisitor, while most of Haven has been destroyed, the Chargers recovered some lost gear, still intact. They also recovered a number of enemy corpses in hopes that these might help your experts understand more about the enemy we face. Too bad. We don't have any enemies anymore. Because we've managed to defeat Corypheus last time. Lieutenant Cremisius, a classy. Okay. We're all done with more table operations. Negotiate a deal for weapons plans. I was unable to reach a compromise with the Tevinter. I suppose our influence has stretched only so far. He did, however, offer his apologies and made us a gift of some rare materials. I will keep our negotiations open, but it does not look promising, says Josephine. I guess that wasn't a good option. We didn't choose the correct advisor for that war table operation. Specifically. That's it. With all the war table operations, we've managed to complete all of them. Or at least the ones that were made available to us. So we can get started with the this one. The final DLC in the game. Mars says, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red that came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead. That's the best song in the world, isn't it? Mia says it's actually a rhyme, Marks. Well done. Mars, rather. I'm sorry, I mispronounced your name at that specific time. Sorry. Mars says, I take requests. How about The Dragonborn Comes? That's a pretty good song as well. Here, connections. Divine Victoria will not call the Exalted Council until you are ready, Inquisitor. Here we go. Trespasser DLC. The Exalted Council will be held at the Winter Palace outside Talam Shiral. Thanks to Divine Victoria's negotiation with the ambassadors, we are ready to depart at your convenience. Great, new area unlocked. We can now go back to the Winter Palace, which is amazing. I love the Winter Palace. There once was a hero named Ragnar the Red that came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead. It feels like a tongue twister. Ooh. Isn't it marvelous? The Winter Palace.
Another parade, another bloody negotiation.
Poor
Smiles,
Colin.
everyone. We must be careful how we present ourselves.
Why did Divine Victoria call the Exalted Council? She's kept Orlais from bothering us for the last 2 years.
At increasing political cost, yes. She has done all she can, but the Exalted Council has become necessary.
Politics.
Orlais would control us. And based on their many marriage proposals, they
Oh
have specific plans for
no, Colin! He has so many admirers.
Our real concern is Ferelden. They would see us disbanded entirely.
Oh no. We are a rising force. The Inquisition. A rising force, bigger than nations. We are a threat to both Orlais and Ferelden. Hi? Where are we? My hand!
Inquisitor, it has been too long.
Oh, Mother Giselle, hi.
I hope the years have been kind to you.
How have you been, Mother Giselle?
I spent last summer in Emprise de Lyon, distributing food sent from the Exalted Plains.
Ooh.
The Dales are finally recovering.
I'm happy to hear that. Thanks to you.
Corypheus left a great deal of damage for us to repair. I appreciate your efforts.
Always ready to help
And
those
I
in need.
yours, Your Worship. I should mention that your forces at Suladin Keep were of great help.
Oh, really?
Please give my compliments to Baron Deschedin. Divine Victoria asked me to greet you on her behalf. She is currently attending to the Ferelden ambassador's
No,
concerns.
Liliana's too busy to see us. Mia says, lol, thank you, Rose. It's been a while since I played Skyrim. I love Skyrim. Time for another Skyrim playthrough, says Rose. Mars sings, our hero claims a warrior's heart. I tell you, the Dragonborn comes. With the voice-wielding power of the ancient Nord art, I think. I can't remember the lyrics. Beware, beware, the Dragonborn comes. Mars says the only threat to Ferelden are the fleas from the Mabari. Oh no. You mean Liliana? How is she doing?
You can probably just call her Liliana in private conversation.
You can, Inquisitor. I prefer to use her divine name.
Okay.
Our last divine once joked about why I insisted upon calling her Justinia. She called it my way of reassuring her that I had not completely forgotten who was in charge.
The attitude, Mother Giselle. How has she done?
How do you think Divine Victoria has done these last 2 years?
It is hardly for me to say, Inquisitor.
With respect, that's never stopped you before, Mother Giselle.
Victoria has proven adept at winning allies with both her intelligence and her faith.
Great.
It is a blessing in these trying times. We are lucky to have her.
I'm happy to hear that. I shall find her.
I'll speak to Divine Victoria.
I believe she would appreciate that, Your Worship. The Divine sees the good that you can do and have done.
Thanks.
Duke Cyril will wish to greet you on behalf of Olay. I believe he is currently speaking with the Tevinter ambassador. Many of your friends have returned as well.
I would love to see
you have
them.
a chance to speak with them before the Exalted Council
And that's what we
begins.
are going to do, definitely. Mia on YouTube says, lol, OMG, not the Mabari. Mars says, W vocals. Aw, thank you. That's so nice. That's so kind of you. I'm flattered. Mars says, thank you all. Blows dramatic kisses. Mwah, 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 mwah. I'm here all week. Nice performance. The Tevinter ambassador.
The
Why?
Imperium sent an ambassador.
But why?
Yes, Your Worship. Dorian Pavas has taken the chance to
He's the
return from
ambassador
Tevinter.
now?
It will be good
Wow.
to see him again. I owe him my apology.
Whoa.
I allowed my distrust of Tevinter to cloud my judgment. He took a great risk coming to help us and deserved better treatment.
Definitely.
You're
You should
going to
apologize to
apologize
him
to
directly.
Dorian.
I have little
You were
patience for
very
those who
mean.
cannot admit they were wrong, Your Worship. Myself included. I will have to make my apologies somewhere public.
I love Mother
He will want
Giselle.
an audience for his reaction.
Definitely. It's Dorian we're talking about. Mother Giselle's the best. I love how, like, she's unlike most chantry nuns. She has a lot of, she's very opinionated, but she manages to, she's still modest when it comes to expressing her opinions. Which old friends in particular?
Who has returned for the Exalted Council?
Your dwarven friend, Master Tetras. For
Yay,
one,
brother
I
Barry!
understand he spent much of the last few years in Kirkwall.
Busy
I
boy.
believe Sir Blackwall has returned as well, although he now uses the name Tom Ranier.
Okay.
Enjoy time with
The
them while
Ranier.
you can, Your Worship. I doubt you will have the chance once the Exalted Council is underway.
I shall enjoy myself,
Thank you,
Mother
Mother
Giselle.
Giselle.
Thank you.
Your Worship, a final question, if I may.
Sure.
This Exalted Council, Ferelden would have the Inquisition disband. Olay sees its power as another feather in a chevalier's helmet. What do you wish to do with the Inquisition?
You would disband, I agree. We're not going anywhere. Our work is done. You would disband, I agree. I guess.
You once told me about the first Inquisition that took place 800 years ago. You said that when their battle was over, that Inquisition soldiers sheathed their swords and went home. If our battle is truly over, perhaps it's time for us to do the same.
Maybe.
Thank you.
And she appreciated that, I
Make
guess.
a watch over you, Inquisitor. I will not keep you any longer.
Mars says, how's everybody? We are doing well. How about you, Mars? How are things going on with you? I'm a bit more relaxed today, I guess. Optional. Catch up with old friends. That is what we're going to do. And I looked it up yesterday. There are a few side quests, unmarked side quest here in the Winter Palace. So we will definitely be trying to finish all those, complete all those. Mars says, I hope that we're doing well on this fine Friday. The 247th birthday of America. The most raggedy. Yeah. If only things were a bit more, if only people were kinder. That's all I can say. But yeah, happy 4th of July to those who celebrate it. We've got expensive dog treats, bone-shaped dog treats baked in a mold. Fancy scroll work, and happy-looking dogs adorn the sides. It smells faintly of ham and excess. Oh, doggy treats. I love doggies. The first Grand Enchanter, the Grand Enchanter Lothair Hardouin, I guess. How do you pronounce that? It was the first leader of the Circle of Magi when it was founded in 120 Divine. After Hardouin distinguished himself in battle during the Second Blight, Emperor Draken himself endorsed him for the position. From all accounts, the Grand Enchanter performed admirably, but some speculate Hardouin was a second choice, that Draken had another mage. Ooh, Inquisitor Emeritus himself, probably. Or is it Talana? Is her name Talana? The Inquisitor, the previous Inquisitor's lover or beloved, with connections to Inquisitor Emeritus in mind for the job. Tellingly, these debates are based on a half-finished letter to an army captain in the guest list of a party where Emeritus and the Emperor were in attendance. If any proof ever existed, it is likely dust. The idea is merit should be treated as such for scholarship's sake. From a short primer of Orlais's most excellent and inspiring history by Lord Renors, published in 935 Dragon. Mia says, I'm alright, just grateful for a chill weekend, lol. How is everyone else doing? Good to hear you are doing alright, Mia. I'm doing well. I just had... I've had my breakfast, which is important. My brunch, rather. Mars says, oh, I'm alright aside from my excellent singing skills here, which he proved. I'm working on my music while I listen to Bun play the endgame. Oh, what kind of music are you working on today, Mars? This is Bard! How do we... Can we sneak in somewhere to get to that door? Scott Crosby Art on YouTube. Hello, Scott. Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing? Says, oh no, but I need sleep. Why am I here again? You can just play this on the background if you want, and you can just doze off. Whenever sleep comes to you, whenever slumber, deep, relaxing slumber comes to you. Oh, what was that? Another treat. Ooh, eavesdropping. Another readable. Hard in Hightown, Chapter 10 by Varric Tethras. Don and Branokovich had been pursuing the killer of Magistrate Dunwald without food or rest, and so far all he had was the seal of an imaginary group, a wounded arm, and a package to contain a rusted Tevinter short sword. He was past exhaustion, and every breath he made his head throb like he'd had too much to drink. He was getting too old for this poop. Yeah, let's burn out. He couldn't go to the barracks with a knife wound he'd picked up off duty. If the captain caught him, and she would, he'd be thrown out of the guard for sure. That left one option. The Chantry Clinic turned no one away, but it usually didn't have to. The presence of 3 circle healers was more than enough to frighten most decent folk into deciding to wait and see if they got better on their own. Aside from a few drunken beggars snoring in the beds, the clinic was quiet. The healer didn't ask his name and tended the wound with only a disapproving frown. In a few breaths, his arm was as good as ever. Pity magic wouldn't mend his coat sleeve. As he walked through the nave toward the exit, he heard a voice. "Guardsman, I was just about to look for you." The deep black gown she wore only made her eyes more otherworldly. Who's this, Morgan? A scent like lilacs filled the air around her. She may have been dressed in mourning garb, but she was dressed to kill. Donnan bowed. "Lady Marielle, we should talk. I may have a lead for you." Mars says, "I rap a nice saying." Oh, I would love to hear that. It's usually about my feelings and being able to make a change in the world. That is important. I used to write my own songs too, but I couldn't play any instruments. I still can't play any instruments, so... But I've written lyrics and all that. Mars says, "Scotty! Good to see you, lad!" Wait, I've been here. Mia says, "That's awesome. I wish you much success in your musical endeavors." And Scott says, "Yeah, I'm still alive." Here's the weekend, Scott. I hope your weekend will be a bit more relaxing. Hello, Brother Varric. Oh.
The Prince of Starkhaven
Cutscene.
wrote to you again.
Of course he did. Just put that one in the pile with letters from the Merchants Guild.
Busy boy.
And the captain of the city guard had a very colorful message for me to deliver to you as well.
Very. So busy. Many haters too.
Andraste's ass, am I ever glad to see you?
That's what I'm here for.
And the Inquisitor comes to the rescue once again.
Is that what you call it?
This is Bran Caven. Until recently, he was the Viscount...
Provisional Viscount.
Okay.
of Kirkwall.
Until recently?
And what are you doing now?
I have resumed my post as seneschal now that Master Tethras has been elected Viscount.
Oh,
You're the Viscount of Kirkwall now.
Congratulations,
Well, it
brother.
seems the two of you have a great deal to discuss. Why don't I just leave you to it?
So, it turns out you fund enough reconstruction efforts in a city-state, the nobles give you the worst job they can think of.
Oh my, rich boy Varric. You'll be a great Viscount, definitely.
That's fantastic. You'll make an excellent Viscount.
I think the nobility figured, after Dumar and Perrin, what's the worst that could happen if we put the dwarf in charge? They voted me in because I got the harbor and businesses up and running again. They want shit fixed, and I can do that. Anyway, I was hoping I'd catch you before the summit got underway. I got you a sort of present.
What? A present?
It's official recognition of your title and holdings.
We're a landowner
Congratulations. You're a countess now.
You
Whoa!
can't actually do that without...
What?
Too late. Already did it.
He can do whatever
You
he
should
wants.
stop by
He's the
Hightown sometime to
Viscount.
see your estate. It's
Oh.
pretty nice. For Kirkwall, anyway.
Proper disposition of empty estates is supposed to...
You were leaving us to talk,
You can't do
remember?
anything, Seneschal. Yay, we're landholder now. We've got property in Kirkwall. I don't know what to say.
This is possibly too much, Varric. I don't know what to say.
That's nothing. Practically nothing. Don't mention it. Oh, that reminds me. It's the key to the city.
You can't give that away without approval from the council and a special ceremony.
It's just symbolic anyway.
It controls one of the giant chain nets.
Oh, we can
in
play
the
with a chain
harbor.
net.
Really? That is so much better than I thought.
Can I try it out? Thank you, Varric.
Thank you. I'm touched. A little bit horrified by this key now, but Still touched.
Let's play with
Please
the
don't
chain
give
net.
anything else away.
I don't know how this council thing is going to end for the Inquisition. But whatever gets decided, you've got a place lined up in Kirkwall if you want it.
Okay.
Also, control of the harbor, I guess.
I'm flattered.
Anyway, you should meet with the diplomats. And we'll get in a game of Wicked Grace before I go back, though. Right?
Sure.
I wouldn't miss it.
Definitely.
Don't bet any public buildings this
Oh.
time.
Is that what you've been up to, Varric? Betting public buildings in Kirkwall? Let me read the chat. Sorry for missing the chat. Scott says I studied music for 3 years in college and I've been playing since I was 13. That's so cool. Which instruments in particular? That's really nice. Mara says if we ever get a group chat going, I'd love to share it with you all there. I'd feel like a prick just shamelessly plugging my socials. No, it's okay. I don't really mind. So we can all follow you. Mara says that's awesome, Scott. Any particular instruments that you play? Mia says it's really cool, Scott. And Mara said it would be great to hear your music, but I wasn't sure if you were ready to share it yet, lol. Scott says guitar first, and then I moved to drums. Also, I can play 3 chords on a piano. I tried learning how to play the violin, the guitar, and the keyboards. Although, you know, I wasn't very successful. Sadly. And yeah, it is very impressive. Soap McTavish on Twitch. Hi! I love those emotes. Thank you for the hearts. Let's see. Where should we go first? The Winter Palace is huge. Oh, what is this? A gold cravat. This cravat is slightly the worse for wear and tear. However, the stitching is remarkably fine, and the gold of the cloth has a subtly expensive shimmer when it catches the light. What is this for? I wonder. Is it for a side quest? Maybe. Let's look at every nook and cranny here. I'm happy that Kirkwall is in good hands. Very, very good hands. And I wonder which estate. Which estate did he entrust to us? Rather readable. Heart in Hightown, Chapter 2 by Varric Tethras. The Cafe d'Or perched atop a hill in the Orlesian district of Hightown, with a view of the entire city so that the wealthy patrons could keep an eye on the peasants toiling below. Lady Marielle studied the 11, not Chapter 2, because we've read Chapter 2 before. Lady Marielle studied the room across the rim of her cup. A few nobles sat at the delicate little table, sipping tea from her vein and whispering among themselves about the latest maneuvers in the grand game 1,000 leagues away. What's this lead you have for me? Donan broke the silence, acutely aware that he stank of sweat and fish from the docks, and was wearing a ripped, blood-stained coat in the most high-class cafe in Kirkwall. Wow. We're being followed, guardsman, and the lady's voice was low. From her tone, she might have been discussing the weather. The 2 gentlemen in the corner by the door. Donan picked up his teacup and gestured with it as if making a point while he turned slightly in his chair to look. The men were finely dressed, but almost as out of place as he was. A large, sickly pale Ander with a face full of scars and a tattooed chastened with a stone dagger at his belt. A chastened in a doublet? That's one for the history books, Donan murmured. Lady Mariel favored him with a half smile. Last night a man came by the estate. He said he wanted to buy Seamus's collection, all of it. Donan sat up straighter. The swords? He said his name was Wagner. She sipped delicately at her tea. He gave me an address in Lowtown in case I changed my mind. Those 2 have been shadowing me ever since. Another bone! Another expensive Dobby treat. Mara says, that's more chords than I know, but I use BandLab. Scott says, fair enough. I learned... Yeah, I had learned to play a couple of songs on the keyboard. But this was a long time ago, and unfortunately I have since forgotten. how to play them, which is sad. Oh, I heard something. Ooh, 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 ooh. What was that? What was that? I don't know. Mara says that's still pretty impressive on your part though. Is music a passion of yours as well? Scott says I just spend a lot of time in my bedroom, lol. Once you start, you can't stop. I love music. I wish I could, you know, play instruments as well. Heart in Hightown, Chapter 18 by Varric Tethras. The rain stopped with a suddenness that suggested some enterprising footpad from the coterie had climbed up the shank the clouds. The fog drifted off to haunt a better part of the wounded coast, and as Donan reached the chantry courtyard, the clouds parted to let a sliver of moonlight shine on the rain-swept flagstones. He stopped to catch his breath and tightened the torn-off coat sleeve he'd used as a bandage. The bleeding was slowing, which meant either the wound in his side wasn't that deep or he was running out of blood to lose. That's sad. Trying not to dwell on the latter, he pushed open the chantry doors. At this maker-forsaken hour, the chantry was lit only by the eternal flame at Andraste's feet. A single soul occupied the space, lighting a candle for the dead. She rose as Donna and staggered into the firelight. Guardsmen! Lady Mariel rushed to help him into one of the pews. I might want to wake up one of the healers. He managed a pained smile. I wasn't sure you'd be here. Neither was I. Your message was a little vague. Mariel tried to examine his makeshift bandage, but Donan waved her away. He pointed toward the golden statue of Andraste. I had a friend deliver something for you under the altar. Mariel cast him a skeptical look, but she climbed the dais and returned with a small oilcloth bundle. She picked apart the wrapping's knot and peered down at the rusty blade inside, specks of dried blood still clinging to the pitted guard. The sword of Hysarian! She breathed, almost a prayer. You can't get it to the divine? Donan asked. She wiped at her eyes. I'll take it to her myself. What do you want in return? Donan struggled to his feet. Just put in a good word for me with the maker, your ladyship. You never know when I might need it. And he walked away, leaving her standing in the firelight with history in her hands. Soap McTavish on Twitch says, I'm well, how are you? I hope you are doing well and you are having fun and having a relaxing weekend as well. Soap. Mars on YouTube says it's easy to use, hard to master. I'm still working on the mastering part. Sadly, I also cannot use any music related software. Mia says, oh, that just disappearing jester noise. I never completed that side quest. I read about it. Are they called harlequins or something like that? And then if you approach them if you make a noise, if you're running, if you approach them from the front, they just disappear or something like that. It's kind of hard. Mars says, I saw in one of your bios, Bunny, that you do vintage songs or that you sing in a vintage style. Either way, if what I heard a little earlier is anything like how you sing normally, you would do great. Oh, thank you. I do prefer, my favorite songs are usually from the 1920s to 1960s. Broken mask. Pieces of a broken mask found inside a velvet bag. What's left of the mask is covered in green jewels and eagle feathers. A scrap of paper inside the bag reads simply, try again. Oh. We didn't win anything. Just try again. There are so many things here in the Winter Palace. Another readable. More Heart in Hightown for us. Yeah, my VTuber self is a vintage retro singer. And yeah, I do prefer to sing vintage songs. Older songs. Or try to make something sound like, you know, it was made in the 40s or something. Scott says blues is my musical obsession. Eric Clapton is the reason I started. Oh. Mars says Scott gets it. It's like getting addicted to meth but healthier. Music is definitely one of the healthier addictions. Hard in Hightown, Chapter 15 by Varric Tethras. The nobles of Hightown like to imagine that petty crime can only happen in the dank. Oh, hello! Thank you for the follow, Frugal Mage 2. Welcome to the stream. I hope you are having a relaxing weekend. In the dank means shadows of Darktown, or maybe the crooked alleyways of Lowtown between the alienage and the poorest neighborhoods. Their lofty, ivy-walled avenues could never be the site of something as crude as a mugging or a simple assault. Donnan didn't have much trouble finding an out-of-the-way alcove near the chantry to wait for the scarred Ander and the tattooed Chastened to catch up with him. The Ander came at him first, dropping down from the balcony above his head. While Donnan tried to back out of his reach, the Chastened loomed behind him, clamping an enormous vice-like hand on his shoulder. The Ander's follow-up punch just below his ribs knocked the air from his lungs. Poor Donnan. As the Chastened lifted him by his coat, Donnan got back enough of his breath to say, "You work for Wagner? I need to give him a message." This earned him a skeptical look from the Ander, but the Chastened set his feet back on the ground. "Tell him I have his sword. He can meet me in the Keys at midnight to settle on the prize." For a long, nervous moment, Donnan watched a variety of expressions pass over the Ander's scarred, grayish face before the man nodded. Another long moment, and both Ander and Chastened walked away, leaving him alone in the alcove. With the sun just setting, there was only one place left that Donnan needed to go to. The tavern in the center of Lowtown sat in its own tiny moat of spilled ale vomit, and the sweater that the owner flung at the walls in a half-hearted attempt to scour the seagull crap from the building. Donnan, like nearly every guardsman who drank at the Hanged Man, walked through the door to a frantic chorus of "Put it away! Hurry!" He tried not to smile, and it completely succeeded when the brooding, white-haired elven bartender greeted him with a murderous glower. "Guardsman." Donnan placed a handful of copper coins on the bar. "Keep the ale coming, Ferris. I've got some time to kill." Let me catch up with the chat. Mia says, "Never completed side quests. He kept vanishing too fast for me." Mars asks, "There is a jester?" And he adds, "That stupid clown is gonna steal my job. What a jerk." I think they are more like assassins in Orlesian culture, and we're supposed to kind of like find them as a side quest, but it is kind of hard to find them. Frugal Mage on Twitch says, "I'm having a decent weekend." Good to hear that. Oh, Vivienne is here. These are the spas. Sorry, people. I'm contaminating their beauty bath. Sorry about that. I didn't know. I thought this was just like a water feature in the middle of Orlais. Sorry, the Winter Palace in particular. Frugal Mage says, "Hey, thanks, glad to be here. We're happy to have you here. Thank you for stopping by." A silver ring found in a fountain. We're finding all sorts of loot here in the Winter Palace. Mars says, "Anan." Time to drink.
Such changeable weather this season. I suppose.
Okay, I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. Water time. Scott says running over the top of people in the pool. Mara says sorry. Oh, sorry for what?
True.
It is fun to drink. It's nice to drink. Nice to have a drink. Oh, it's one of these things. There we go. Lots of people in the pool. Yeah, we also have that side quest to what do you call that? Straighten the paintings that are not properly hung. Yeah. Oh, there are a lot of things here. Caprice coins. A bag of Caprice coins is minted for an ability to throw into fountains. They are stamped with a line on one side and the chantry sunburst on the other. Look at that! It's the countryside! Oh my, it looks amazing. Wow. Wow. I love this. I love the Winter Palace. The last time we were here, it was nighttime for the ball. Mara says, speaking of alcohol, I'm boozing it up with a banana vodka spiked Corona. Sounds yum. Lacquered box. A lacquered box containing 5 pots of blush, 3 jars of lipstick, small but sturdy hairbrush, and dozens of brightly jeweled hairpins and ribbons. A note affixed to the side of the lid reads, "A few supplies for emergencies, my petite. Love, Mama." Someone's makeup set, I guess. Dedication. This fountain was erected in commemoration of the end of the Civil War and the slaying of Corypheus by the Blessed Herald of Andraste. Inquisitor Chelsea Trevelyan in the 42nd year of the Dragon Age. Aw, this was made especially for us. Let the song of its water be as laughter, yet let the cool of its tone be as memories gone. A specially dedicated fountain for the Inquisition. I'm happy. Oh, we've got Dorian here. Scandalous gossip. This unsigned note is creased as if it had been secreted away in someone's pocket. Dearest Jay, I agree to surprising that the Ferelden's come as equals, but the exalted council is in the heart of southern Orlais. That cannot be lost on our neighbors. Empress Celine came out for the first ceremonies, then retired into her chambers for the rest of the talks. A day later, Marquise Brial came visiting on important matters of state. Suffice to say, I do not think we will see them at the council. Celine and the rabbit Cavour, like lovers half their age. Of course, the foolish assume our empress is so distracted that they might safely overreach themselves. An idea even more disastrous than the new carpeting in the north wing. That shade of lime, really? They don't like this carpeting, I guess. Alcohol. Speaking of alcohol, I had a New York sour the other day with some yummy bitters and a nice citrusy foam on top. Scott says, I don't drink at all. I'm a terrible rock star. No, it's okay. You are a rather healthy rock star. Oh, we can't talk to Leliana just yet, of course. A dispatch from the Crown of Ferelden to our honored friend, Arl Tegan. Oh, Arl Tegan is here! Yay! Thank you for attending this exalted council. We trust you implicitly with Ferelden's wishes and to fight for the security of our borders. Messengers will be dispatched daily so that you are not cut off from us as you undertake this duty. May her be with you, King Alistair and Queen Anora of Ferelden. Ah, Alistair didn't even bother to come here himself. Oh well. A postscript has been scribbled faintly at the bottom of the page. Good luck, Uncle. If there's anyone I'd rather have there than me, it's you. Or anyone else, really. But thanks for braving the lion. Oh, another lootable. Halfer, a diverse catalog of treasures, billing itself as the most distinguished retailer of fine goods and novelties to the rich since the 1186 storm. This booklet is filled with woodcuts of strange trinkets, the world's best articulated Everite back scratcher. What? Someone need this Everite back scratcher? Complicated looking devices, the only triple-decker carriage with Orzammar designed wheel locks for smoother braking, and specialty items be the first to enjoy the amazing cooling properties of drakeskin lining in one's evening mask. I want to try that.
Oh, yes.
Mia says, I really wish we got to explore more of Orlais. Definitely. I love Orlais. I feel like I belong here. Still nothing? We still can't catch a single Harlequin? That's unfortunate. That's really sad. I feel like I'm going to talk. I should talk to Dorian last. Ew, what is this? I spy with my eagle eye the blue sky and a statue, I don't know why. A little bird happily flying by. Chantry nuns. Orlesian nobles. Another statue. Are we supposed to find something with this? Like the shards? Or not? Are we just supposed to use this for fun? I don't think I can see anything weird or out of place. I can see Varric from here. Maybe it's just a feature. Amara says, well, it's okay, Scotty, nobody's perfect. Finishes entire bottle of Jack Daniels. Drinks are great. I love drinks occasionally.
Good day.
Well met.
There was also a period when I didn't drink at all. I only drank mocktails. A gazebo. A reminder, while the gazebo is available for festive occasions, deposits are non-refundable in cases of flood, fire, or imperial whim. Book accordingly. Guess who? It's Cullen with his own Mabari. It's so adorable. Mars says they had the nerve to talk about Orlais since origins and even teased us with a little bit of Antiva just to get denied. Mia says it's for a later quest. I see. Rose says I love mocktails. Rose only drinks mocktails. Because she's a sweet, gentle soul. Look at that!
You're to dodge, not catch. If that ball were a fireball, you'd be dead.
Oh my, he's so adorable and innocent. I love his new dog. Look at those teeth.
Found a dog.
They don't breed Mabari in Orlais. The merchant said he was abandoned. Perhaps his owner's tired of the novelty.
That's awful.
Poor boy. Well, he seems happy now.
Another Ferelden trapped at the Winter Palace.
Like
I
him.
couldn't leave him to that fate. Besides, I think he likes me.
I can see the resemblance. You should show him Ferelden, definitely.
You could take him to Ferelden sometime. He should know where he came from.
I did promise my sister a visit.
There you
She might
go.
try to spoil you. Remember who you report to.
Remember who your commander is.
The Inquisition will change after this. I'm not yet sure what that will mean.
You're gonna be out of a job.
Whatever happens,
Sorry, Colin.
Our people, you,
You'll find your
Liliana,
own way.
Josephine, will have my support in whatever
You can
form
become a
require.
Mabari trainer. That's your second career. Will it include dog training?
If your support comes with that of your new friend, I'm sold. I know a useful ally when I see one.
Arf, arf.
You can help. Dodge this, and I'll find overpriced Orlesian dog treats before we go.
There you go. We can give him his overpriced Orlesian dog treats. That's what it's for. Mia says, me too, Rose. They're my fave. Here, have some dog treats.
Be careful, Inquisitor. We have a ways to go yet.
I love seeing them. Anything here? No? Scott says, Health Queen. Health Queen. Rose is the Health Queen. Before we talk to Dorian and all the nobles, the political leaders, I want to be able to find more collectibles in this area. Oh, wait. I heard something. Warren says, I like drinking sweet stuff, but the only mocking I can do after a good drink is that of the president, Anan. Same. Same. Mocktails. Anan indeed. More expensive dog treats for, wait. Colin hasn't named his Mabari yet. What would he name it? Him, or... Is it a him? I think it's a him. Half-finished poem, skin like gauze, across the sky, I sigh and fall in evening's lakes, the pools of which deep as your eyes, and eyes of which pierce like wakes, drakes, heartaches, cakes. Make her, I hope my lady's patient. It's hard to write poetry for your beloved. Mars says, I told you those things are just flea boats with legs, cute or not. That is true. The Inquisition isn't much of a threat for Ferelden. It's actually their own Mabaris. Oh no. Another readable. Is it another Heart in Hightown? Yeah, chapter 12. They say you can buy anything in the Lowtown Bazaar. It's mostly true. On the right day, you can find vendors hawking spices from Saharan. Ooh, we've got the Bard Meriden here again. The ladies, the legacies of unknown dwarven paragons, maps to hidden fortresses in the Donarchs, and the crown jewels of Antiva, and no bookstore in Thedas peddles more wild stories than Lowtown. Donan Bernakovich made a point of greeting each shopkeeper as he passed so that the continual chant of guardsmen reached the ears of the two large men shadowing him since he'd left Lady Marielle in Hightown. The address she'd given him led to a warehouse in the Foundry district, a section of the city populated only by rusted metal spikes and vagrants. Donan knocked on the door. An immaculately dressed butler greeted him and gestured for him to enter. Guardsman Renakovich, Monsieur Wagner has been expecting you. Donan followed him through a labyrinth of warehouse of offices to a back room richly appointed with silk carpets and tapestries depicting the execution of Andraste. Two heavy armchairs upholstered in velvet occupied the center of the room. In one sat a smug red-haired man dressed entirely in blinding white samite. The other chair was empty. Guardsman, please sit. The gentleman spoke with a heavy Starkhaven accent. I suppose you would be Monsieur Wagner? Donan asked. I am a procurer of antiquities, Sarah Bernakovich. As I am sure the Lady Dunwald explained, Wagner carefully lit a pipe made of carved bloodstone and inhaled. But we are both men of business, Guardsman. You are soon to retire, are you not? Allow me to present you with an opportunity. Donan turned a critical eye on the tapestry of Andraste's pyre. I'm listening. Wagner watched him through a growing veil of smoke. Do you know what Seamus Dunwald had in his possession, Guardsman? What made the poor man worth killing? Do tell. The sword of Hissarion. Wagner leaned forward, studying him closely. The very blade had pierced and thrust his heart. Donan gave him a flat stare. If I believed that were even possible, I think that blade would be worth a lot of coin. Most would look at it and see a rusted piece of scrap. It is no longer the jeweled blade of an archon. But to the right buyer, guardsman, the sword is worth an empire's ransom. I know such buyers. Wagner smiled. It is here, in Kirkwall. And if you help me find it, I can make you a very rich man. Okay. The Sword of Hysarion. Another one. What is this? Another dog trade? Another dog trade. Oh yeah, as I was saying, Mars, I love drinking sweet stuff too. Mocktails or cocktails, as long as they're sweet and a little fruity. Mars says, Mia says Mars lol. Scott Crosby Art says, oh, so you traded liver damage for diabetes. As long as you don't drink every day, it's okay. It's not like drinking, you know, sweet stuff every few days will immediately give you some sort of illness. Mars says, old countryman voice, diabetes. Hard in Hightown, Chapter 14, by Varric Tethras. More Hard in Hightown for us to read. I hope you guys aren't bored, aren't getting bored. The late magistrate, Dunwall's butler, blinked his son and Bernakovich barged into the foyer. Get Lady Marielle now. He headed straight to the parlor where the magistrate's collection was displayed. Wrapped in a black shawl, Marielle sauntered into the room and leaned against one of the glass cases. Guardsman, what a pleasant surprise. Where's Jevlin? Her smile faltered. Why do you think I would know? He's your partner. Donan held up the note. Your perfume, Lady Marielle. He dropped it on the display case beside her. What were you doing in the guard barracks? I didn't leave the note, she said with measured calm, and I don't have your partner. But you were in the barracks. He stepped away to examine a display. He told me Wagner wanted to buy the magistrate's entire collection. But he said he was only interested in one blade. He opened the case, and I think it was never in Seamus's collection. I think it was the sword meant to go right here. He pointed to the empty velvet-lined box. I look in the Viscount's records, and you've only been married to Magistrate Dunwald for about 3 weeks. You tell me who you're working for and where my partner is, and I'll see if we can't get you a deal with the Viscount's office. The Chantry. Marielle closed the door quietly. They sent me to Kirkwall a few months ago when rumors of the sword began to surface. She examined the note. I don't have Jevlin. This was already on his bunk when I went to find both of you. Donan didn't hide his skepticism. You're innocent, but you didn't report him missing to any of the guards. Someone took him from the barracks, Sarah, with no one the wiser. That doesn't seem strange to you? She looked him in the eye. Have you ever heard of the executors? They're a myth. A myth that kills, she sighed. The executors have your partner, and I think they have someone inside the city guard. How else could they have gotten Jevlin out of the keep without being seen? Donan watched her fidget with her shawl. Why were you in the barracks? I suspected the executors had an inside man, she shrugged. How else could they have gotten poor Comte de Fave to open the door to his killer? Since he arranged the sword's purchase for Seamus, he had been hiding in his own home. The only people he'd seen were Seamus and you. Oh, what else is there? It's up there. Oh my. What? Do we have to? How are we going to get that? How are we going to get that? Is there a way to climb up? Oh no. Mara says, if I could pick a race to be aside from a Canary or an elf, I'd 1000% be a golem. Oh, really? A golem. More readables, really, Vivian, in the last few years. Inquisitor, I fear I shall have no opportunity to meet with you prior to the Exalted Council at Talam Sharal. The colleges and fraternities of enchanters are holding yet another round of elections in a few months, and I must be present to organize everything. Or the Equitarians and the Lacrotians will inevitably get drawn into the most passive-aggressive arguments over the number of ballot boxes and the arrangements of voting cards you can possibly imagine. On the last two occasions, occasions when I could not be spared from my duties at the Imperial Court, the isolationists sealed themselves inside a debating area with ice walls in protest over some insults from a libertarian senior enchanter from Cumberland. I must, of course, convey the continuing approbation of the Elysian Court, though I have no doubt dear Duke Cyril, I guess, has already bored you to death with the Council of Heralds' compliments by now. Cordially, Vivienne. Why is Vivienne's letter here? Whose room is this? It's weird. Mia says, absolutely not bored at all. This is so chill and fun. Thank you, Mia. Mars on YouTube says, drinking fruity things are definitely my favorite. People judge you if you're a man that would put anything fruity in your mouth that wasn't an actual fruit, and even then they judge. Oh no, that's called toxic masculinity. Fruits are good for you. Definitely. In any form. Scott says, sadly, I'm going to have to leave you, my fellow insomniacs. Great talking with you all. Definitely lightens the mood. Thank you so much for joining us, Scott. I hope that you'll have a restful slumber for the entire, 8 or so hours. Mars says, have a good one, Scott. Nice to see you again. See you around, Scott. Have a great weekend. Mia says, have a great day, Scott. And Mars says, well, 1, golems being connected to dwarves are so cool, especially if you know how they're made. And 2, the only reason they don't like it is because they're insecure man babies. True. Rose says, definitely interesting being an elf in the Dragon Age universe. That is right. Varric in the last few years. Inquisitor, greetings and salutations from beautiful Kirkwall. The sun is shining, the seabirds are screeching, and almost nothing in Hightown has fallen into a sinkhole and ended up in the sewers in over a month. The red lyrium cleanup in the gallows is going better than expected. Nobody misses having Meredith. Not Meredith, fused to the flagstones, eerily glaring at everyone. The city guard celebrated finally getting her out of there while holding a completely impromptu parade. Several Lowtown residents composed a song on the spot with lyrics to the effect of, "Thank the Maker, the crazy cursed Templar is gone," which was remarkably catchy despite, or maybe because of the fact that it was mostly just swearing in tune. Even with all the stellar progress, it looks like I'm stuck here. Channels in the harbor were completely changed by falling debris a few years back, which led to a lot of ships getting wrecked, coming and going, which only made things worse. And then we had rifts open and weird glowing fade rocks appeared out there. Incidentally, thanks for closing the rifts. Now the only hope for repairing the harbor is to send guys with pickaxes to clean the rocks. Ever try to hire miners who are also divers, Inquisitor? That's hard. There aren't many, and even fewer are happy mining glowing poop from the fade. This is going to take a lot of coin to fix. Stop by the city sometime. We'll get in a game of Wicked Grace. Please, this Viscount poop is boring me to death. Writes Varric. Oh no. Poor him. Cullen and the last few years. Cullen, word has spread from Denerim about the summit the Inquisition will attend. The news has half rumors, but with the representatives they say are going, it's clearly serious. And the details are probably not something you can put down in a letter. I will, however, look forward to more glowing descriptions about how much you love Orlesian parties. Branson's here. His son insists I add "Hello, Cull" to this letter. He also insists it be "hello" and not "hello." Your nephew is stubborn. How very familiar. Love, Mia. Mia, are you secretly Colin's sister, Mia? Cassandra, in the last few years, Inquisitor, I'm writing to you from the Hunterthorn Mountains, where I was successful in tracking down Seeker Emery. She was more shocked than most to hear of Lord Seeker Lucius's betrayal, as he was her mentor when she was just an initiate. But she is eager to help rebuild, and she has heard of a few other Seekers who might have been sent to Ravane. I still do not know how many of us yet remain, how many Lucius killed, but I know that we are recovering, and I know that we'll be better this time. I confess, I look forward to returning to Orlais next month. Once I would have thought that impossible. Orlais was little more than the land of frustrating politics, excessive ornamentation, and responsibilities I did not want. But now that friends wait for me there, it is almost a home, writes Cassandra. Aw, that's so sweet of you, Cassandra. Thanks for the letter. Oh, here we are with another painting that needs to be realigned. Oh, hey, Charter. One of our... Oh, this is our storage now, I guess. Woohoo! Wow, we've got a lot of stuff in our storage. Anything else in here? This is our wardrobe. We can change our clothes there. Activity in the Winter Palace. Charter's notes are in an encryption she developed with Liliana over the last couple of years. CM's intentions seem sincere. Agent in place at party tonight where CM is attending. Water time. VP left notes at drop as promised. Servant in green livery seen leaving a guest wing of palace at odd hours. Possible tryst. Madame Alvie's second cousin is a bard, an employee of Duke WM. Lord WG plans to meet Lady GD tonight. Neither of their spouses know. Lord RW plans to meet Lady SR tonight. Their spouses do know. Lord RW's wife encouraged RW to step out with SR so she could have some peace and quiet to herself. Liliana and her scouts still trying to find dirt on everyone. Mara says, Mia, you're in the game. Mia says, lol, sadly no, I'm not a Rutherford. That's okay. Mara says, you owe me a soda. Oh, now there's a song written for us. That's so sweet. Conduct becoming the Inquisition. To all members of the Inquisition, it has come to my attention that I must remind everyone of the type of behavior expected from us during the Exalted Council. It is natural to wish to hold our heads high, but remember that we are guests of the Imperial Court. It is upon to us to behave with good grace, propriety, and restraint. No jumping. No jumping on things. If you are unsure of how to address someone with gentle birth, my lord or my lady will suffice. If you are fearful that you have overstepped an unknown protocol, speak with your commanders. If they are not available, seek me out. Over-imbibing is strongly discouraged at all times. Hear that, Mars? If you are steered into an argument about the Inquisition's politics, politely excuse yourself as quickly as possible. Please do not engage in these debates. If all else fails, trust sense and common courtesy to guide your actions. Sincerely, Lady Montelier. Dorian in the last few years. Inquisitor, it was good to hear from you, my friend. For months, I've had only the society of Maevaris' fledgling Lucerni party, junior members of the Magisterium so filled with fire and zeal, and so widely inept at politics. May keeps a bucket of ice water on hand in case one accidentally immolates himself. That's unfortunate. Lest I give you the wrong impression, we are making progress, but it will take a great deal of skill to keep the Lucerni alive through the usual schedule of Minratha scheming long enough to become a real political faction. I'm glad that Dorian, with the help of Maevaris, is developing his own more progressive political faction in Tevinter. Fortunately, they do have me. I'm sorry to hear that politics are plaguing you as well. Must be something going around, like a pestilence or an Orlesian fashion trend. Hopefully, Josephine can diffuse it for all an outcry and persuade the Orlesians to stop circling you with a collar and leash. You know, she did always love a challenge. I'll find an excuse to make a trip south soon. We should really catch up in person, don't you agree? Writes Dorian. Mars says, a mocktail would be nice. Mars adds, hey, I don't imbibe. You don't imbibe?
Well met, your worship.
Hello, Charter. Anything else here? Oh. Cassandra! Hey!
Oh.
Oh, I startled you?
Is everything all right?
What's wrong? What
Yes.
happened?
Well, I wanted to speak with you.
Why?
And now you're here.
I'm here. You seem distraught. Anything
This seems serious.
bothering you?
It's not about me. It's about you.
What about me?
Maybe you should sit.
Why? Is this
I
gonna...
can stand.
Maybe
Is it
I
shocking?
should sit.
She's anxious. Calm down, calm down.
Inquisitor, I want you to know that I am your friend. I will always be your friend.
And so am I.
Well, that's...
So I hope to give you sound advice on this momentous day.
Okay.
Do what is in your heart, my friend. No matter what anyone might tell you.
Thanks?
That's a lovely sentiment, Cassandra.
Marriage is much more than a
Marriage?
lovely sentiment, Inquisitor.
You want me to propose to Josephine?
Marriage?
Josephine is a wonderful woman. If you're clear on your path,
Wait, who gave you the idea that I'm going to propose to her? What?
you're not proposing
Well, what?
to anyone.
What? Pikachu face. What?
I am going to kill Varric.
I knew
Why
it.
do I believe everything he says?
Wow.
Why?
Wow. Rose on YouTube says, why does Cassandra sound like that? Mars says, I don't imbibe, I consume. That sounds cooler. Varric told you that.
He said I was going to propose.
He mentioned a proposal. I suppose I
Probably a
filled in the blanks.
proposal to
Or he did this on
this
purpose.
band.
That
the
dwarf gets
Inquisition.
entirely too much joy from my discomfort.
Maybe I will get married.
I might get married. I've thought about it.
It's been 2 years, anyway.
I suspected as much.
Oh, she's now happy.
Being Inquisitor has brought you good things. Many good things.
Bestie.
But
how
only a few
supportive.
have been by your choice. Take what happiness you can from those and do not let them go.
I won't.
That is all I meant to say. Advice from a friend for the days to come.
Aw, Bestie, you're so sweet. Mars says, damn it, Varric. Rose says, I gotta love Varric. Prankster galore. Master prankster, Varric. Mia says, Cassandra.
How did Varric, of all people, become the Viscount of Kirkwall? A mystery for the ages.
Oh no. She
It
disapproves
is
of
good
his
to
title.
see you, my friend.
Mia says the way her tone shifted. Oh, another. Ooh, look at that row of houses. I love the countryside. Nice, nice, nice. Mars says, I just want to put him in on a coat hanger and walk away. That's so... That's so much. That's too much. Torms of Temptation. This tattered novel bills itself as a sweeping romance on the Eight Seas by Danelle Mithril. The cover shows a dark-skinned elf with long platinum hair. Is this who I think it is? A dark-skinned elf with a long platinum hair. Hanging by one hand of the mast of his ship, a dagger in his teeth, a woman in an elaborate mask, low-cut dress, and almost as much hair as the elf. Gasped up from the base of the mast, the elf is glaring at a tanned and chiseled human pirate, grinning as his vessel pulls alongside the elf ship. For the first elven captain in the Antivan Navy, Kiel Zebulon's inaugural assignment was a routine trading mission down to Wickham. Little did he know that the fiery Amethyst Quran, a passenger he picked up in the free marches, was heir to an enormous fortune. A fortune Riveni pirate Prince Elrado Huracan would do anything to get his hands on. Unable to resist Amethyst's pleas for help, Kiel found himself racing to get her back to Valrio, even as the ferocious Huracan pursued them, and their passions ensured the Eight Seas would never be the same. There is a note scribbled on the inside cover in dainty handwriting. If found, please return to Lady Yvette Montelier. Okay, I guess it was what do you call it? A romance novel Romance adventure novel belongs to Josephine's younger sister. Cassandra sounds like she was about to cry, says Mars. She always sounds like that though. She has a very unique voice, I'd say. But yeah, whenever she gets sentimental, she gets a bit too emotional. Behind the tough demeanor, there is a sweet, gentle soul. I will be back. Don't go anywhere. Mia says, ha 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 ha. The way I almost spit out my water. Mars says he's lucky he knows Hawk. I respect Hawk. I disrespect the little weasel. No. And he adds, I don't really hate the guy. If I like Zimran, which I do, I can't really hate Varric. Let's call it a strong dislike. Mars strongly disapproves. And that's because Rose asked, do you really hate Varric? Or, well, said, not really asked. Hard in Hightown, Chapter 13 by Varric Tethras. In the Lowtown Bazaar, Donan paused to pay a little elven girl to play courier for him before making the long climb back uphill to Hightown. A careful glance told him the scar-faced Anger and the tattooed Chastened were still tailing him. Still, Donan was certain they'd love the Viscount's keep. He passed beneath the stone gaze of the cormorant statues flanking the gates and nodded to the guards on his way to the barracks. No one noticed his ragged, bloody clothing, which disappointed him as much as he benefited from it. Recruits these days, always slacking off. Donan bypassed the captain's office and went looking for Javelin. By now the kid ought to be rested up, and Donan suspected he would need backup if his large, suspicious shadows decided to pick a fight. But Javelin's bunk was empty. Donan noted blood spatter on the bedding and a scent like lilacs. All of his gear was missing. In the center of the bunk was a note, bring the blade to the keys tonight at midnight or the boy dies. It was signed with a wax seal, 6 crossed swords. I love this view. Oh, you can even see the windmill. It's moving. The blades are moving. Another thing to loot. Pair of paddles. Pair of small wooden paddles with leather grips used for some manner of leisure sport, presumably. Is it like tennis? We can turn in research here. This is the foundry. We can craft weapons, tint armor, and a golden knot. That's so cute. I love it. Synchronize collectibles. This will synchronize your collectibles across games by downloading collectibles that you previously uploaded and uploading newly acquired ones. Would you like to synchronize them now? No? No, thank you. That's for a new game. Plus, I think. If I'm not mistaken. More Dobby treats for Cullen's new Mabari. Oh. A song for Scout Lace Harding. Good. Viron's tinctures. Mars says, nobody's perfect, Rose. We all have opinions. Rose is wrong, but it's okay. Rose says, I like Varric though. Varric is my brother. I love Varric with all my heart. He is my sibling. Heart in Hightown, Chapter 17. Donan left it to his captain. I don't even care how a human and a dwarf are siblings. But he is my sibling. Donan left it to his captain and a dozen of Kirkwall's finest to drag Wagner and his thugs to the stocks. The heavy air gave up and turned into sheets of rain. The ancient grey stone stairs leading up to Lowtown turned into a waterfall. Donan slogged up the narrow passage, boots squelching with every step. He almost didn't hear the ambush coming. As he reached the top of the stairs, a faint ras of steel made him throw himself aside into a vegetable seller's table. A sword swung through the air where he'd been and chimed against the rock wall. Donan fumbled at his scabbard and just managed to catch a second blow with his sword. He had one moment as they locked blades to recognize his attacker. The younger man had shed his guard uniform for dark leathers, and his left arm now ended in a bandaged stump. But there was no mistaking him. Javelin? Where's the blade of Hysterion? Javelin recovered from the parried blow to slash at Donan's legs. He dodged back, slipping and nearly stumbling butt first down the stairs. It was you, the inside man. You're the one who killed the Fav. Donan lunged at the recruit. Javelin quickly moved to block, but Donan's blade sliced his arm, drawing blood. Give me the sword. I know that pirate hag gave it to you. Oh no. Poor Isabella. Javelin swung a series of hard slashes, trying to break Donan's guard or knock him down the stairs. In the darkness and the driving rain, the guardsman struggled to see his attacker. Still, Donan grinned. You left it at the key. I guess you ran off without it when the lady took your hand off. Not my fault you picked a fight you couldn't win. He tried to edge away from the stairs, but the rookie kept him pinned between this vegetable stall and a fall to his death. Oh my, that's a very unfortunate way to, That's a very unfortunate position he's in. Javelin lunged and his blade punching through Donan's armor just below his ribs, but the recruit slipped on the whetstone during his attack and stumbled onto his enemy. Donan shoved him away and over the stairs. Oh no, poor Javelin. His fall ended with a sickening crack of broken bones. Donan drew a ragged breath and pulled Javelin's sword from his side, trying not to slip on his own blood. The chantry was a long way off. Another readable. Notes on Palace Guests. A collection of servants' notes on the guests attending the Winter Palace. Countess de Voree, I guess. Wants a stateroom set aside from 3 to 5 in the afternoon for her daughter's harp practice. Must have windows on one side and a balcony. If she proposes a recital, refer her to the seneschal. Duke Pierpont, I don't know how to pronounce these Orlesian names, wants to entertain Ferelden relatives. A barrel of whiskey and the 3 wheels of cheese to be delivered to his quarters this evening. Van Werton, his bed should be made up with linens, not silks. Sir Lidstone complains an old wound in her left leg is making itself felt. Move her to the ground floor. Lady Galetti, a duelist, has requested a sparring partner in a suitable practice ground. Lord Gilderay, to be woken at 8 by a maid on even days. A page boy on odd days, don't ask, with a fresh pitcher of water and 12 sprigs of lavender on a peach-colored towel. Don't ask. Carrying these items in silently without making eye contact with his lordship, placing them on the divan, clapping twice, then leaving without a word. Do not ask. What are these requests? Oh my. Mars says these stairs are the deadliest thing in the game so far. Let's see. What else is in here? Oh, the Iron Bull is here. Of course, in a tavern. Sarah's here too. The Gilded Horns drink menu, the Golden Nug, an effervescent white Cellini wine with a dash of West Hill brandy and a splash of pomegranate juice. Yum. Muddled with raspberries and a sprig of royal elf fruit. The Hissing Drake, a bold mix of cinnamon-infused whiskey, dark Lamarian rum, and Hero's Lava Burst. Not for the faint of stomach or heart. Benediction, Prophet's Laurel Gin, served with a wedge of lime and a thimble of golden scythe. That also sounds good. The Emerald Valley, made with a spirit distilled by Chantry sisters and leads from over 70 herbs and flowers, topped by egg white foam dusted with nutmeg. Yum. A Night of Shame. Our sweetest Antivan port with a dash of chocolate bitters and a twist of orange, served in a flute of chilled Sir Walt glass. Yum. The Randy Dowager, rumored to have been concocted by the editor of Orlease's most scandalous periodical herself. A tall glass of abyssal peach liquor and fresh cream, garnished with sugared rose petals, and served on a silk handkerchief with a scandalous rhyming couplet inked on it by the bartender. Which ones would you like to, not imbibe, to consume? Rose says you defeat Corypheus, survive all those encounters during the main plot, and then the stairs. Look at all these! A bear, a nug, and what is that? A wolf? A coyote? Hi, Sarah!
Here's you! And everyone! Glad to be back, all stuffed together. With the pressure full on. Again. Don't worry, Herald of Everywhere. I came prepared. I know what everyone needs.
What? What does everyone need? I'm thinking pranks.
Just like best times.
Let's go pranking with Sarah. What is even that? Where are we throwing them? Bubbles? Woohoo! I love this. Reminds me of the Jester Festival in ESO.
I expected a roof.
No roofs here, sadly.
It's early.
No
Anyway,
roof time.
that was a good run. It's all been a good run. I needed that. And I need... You know it's ending, right? We can say it won't, but knobs in places like this, all they do is end things. They'll try a leash. Or worse. But maybe you aren't ready to quit just because some Lord Piddlebits is scared of us.
People still... I'm a long way from finished.
Do I seem like I'm ready to retire?
I'm tired. I've never done anything for years.
That's
Point is,
me.
sooner or sooner, all this changes. And you've helped me understand. Too much. So it's my turn to help you.
That's really
See,
sweet
I
of
have
you,
these
Sarah.
friends, and
Oh,
all of
hello,
them were the
Red
wrong sort
Jennies.
of whatever. Their place changed, or it never was. So together, we made an us. Everyone
Oh,
needs
look
an
at
us.
these.
And when the world is done saying no and calls you the wrong sort of whatever, maybe we can be that us for you. What do you think, Inquisitor? Want to run some
Perhaps.
rooftops as a Jenny?
You want me to join you guys?
You want the Inquisitor?
What an
Don't I have a few
honor.
more titles than your usual Jenny. No offense.
Some taken.
Okay.
Words. Look, we don't want you. We want to be there for you. If you want to keep doing, it won't be nobles who help. It'll be friends.
Definitely. Yes, I'm frigging in.
Well, all I have to say is... Call me Red Frigging Jenny.
All
Way too
right.
confusing. You'll get a city. One that rhymes with arse.
Oh.
Oh! I should have said we needed a we instead of an us. Because... Wait! Anus! So stupid.
That can be my name.
To all my friends.
You can name you whatever you
Always
want.
and ever, Inquisitor. Always and ever.
Thanks, Sarah. Oh,
Creepy song is creepy. Ugh.
Meriden, are you okay? That was fun. Mars says golden sight. Woo, Anan.
Go
More
figure out what ends
drinking.
this bunch want, and then we can get to fun with friends and friends.
All right. I am
Go figure out
officially
what
a
ends this
red
bunch want,
frigging
And then we
Jenny.
can get to fun with friends and friends.
Here I am. I'm back. Mara says you could throw pies in ESL. I miss everything fun. It's just for the Jester Festival. You can throw pies at people, and it's kind of like a side quest. You get things for doing that. Sarah's past and now things. Lost in another book. Stop leaving them places. Lower journal entries by Sarah. Also several sketches of Skyhold with impeccable cross-hatching. She's really good at art. Moving again. Less stuff. More things. People things. Too many vowel somethings. Name less stupid, Orlay. Last Jenny checked in. Wasn't worried. A drawing of a gloved fist holding an odd symbol smashing against the face of a chevalier. The symbol is red and smells of strawberry. Yum. Traveling again and again. Been here before. We're everywhere. Back to the Winter Palace. Never good. Pack bees. Oh, she brought jars of bees. Bet Varric we're in trouble. Scratched out. Varric won't take a sucker bet. In for 10 with Cullen. Everyone looks old and tired and fat. The one who shrunk my Skyhold clothes. Scratched out. Piss. Don't say that Inquisition's hand looks bad. The Inquisitor's hand looks bad. Does it really look bad? It looks very bad. Is Whittle even here? Why do I go where there's no Whittle? What is a Whittle? A drawing of Sarah. Oh, Dagna. Dagna is her Whittle. So sweet. A drawing of Sarah and Dagna silhouetted by an explosion, bees, and exploding bees. Explosion, bees, and exploding bees. Charters in the palace. No one will be sleeping. Rainier hugs harder than Blackwall. Still beardy. Josie's best here. Cassandra needs to punch something or she'll explode. Everyone? They never call in everyone. Liliana knows something. Knew it. Inquisition is in trouble. Drank too much. New Jenny always makes me drink too much. We'll be all the fun together. Or apart. What city? She picks. What city? What city should we name ourselves after? Mia, lol. Mia says lol when she attacks Meriden. Rose says she is definitely unique. Mia asks, did anyone like Sarah on first impression? I'm just curious. We listen and we don't judge. She's definitely, yeah, like Rose said, she's definitely different, unique. She can be a little bit annoying. Mars says, well, I like Sarah, but Sarah didn't like me, so, you know. Oh, why not? Mars says, story of my life. Plays a sad tune on his lute. Sorry to hear that, Mars. Don't worry. I tried to romance Cassandra on my first run, and yeah. I was heartbroken. So sad.
Your Worship, I'm glad you're here. Listen, I need you to keep the Chief distracted while we sneak this dragon skull through the room behind him.
Okay, Creme. This should be good.
I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes.
It's for his birthday.
Oh,
I'll see what I can do,
happy
Right, here he comes.
birthday.
Just keep him talking.
I
He
wonder how you
loves
say happy
talking.
birthday in Kunari.
Hey, boss. Good to
The
see you.
Kunari language. Something that he likes. Being a warrior is great.
You know what, Bull? I really like hitting things.
Definitely.
I know, right? We have the best job.
Oh, that dwarven guy just sitting on top of the oh my.
It's good to see that the veil has largely healed, now that most of the major rifts are closed. You might think otherwise, but the veil isn't technically a physical barrier. It's more like a magical vibration that repels the Fade.
Okay. Not a magical barrier. A vibration. Oh, what are you guys doing? Chargers, why? The council may affect Lyrium, I guess.
Do you think news of the Exalted Council could affect the Lyrium shipments from Orzammar?
Small talk.
Maybe.
There. You're all helping each other carry the dragon head in. Dragon skull, rather. Oh no, you're not doing your job. Isn't our Legion history grand?
It's fascinating to see the remnants of Syrian culture here. Most of it was deliberately erased during Orlesian unification.
I'm
under the reign
pretty
of
sure
Manthrath's son,
Iron Bull
Isarath.
isn't really interested in hearing about this. What are you guys doing? Keep carrying. Okay, go try some mage magic. I just love Ferelden politics, bull. Don't you just love it?
Did you know that Ferelden has its own names for lords? The country is divided into ternes, governed by terns. Inside those are cities and Arlings ruled by
Arls,
And
yeah.
then there's the Banorn. It's a large area of countryside ruled by multiple bands.
Good to know.
Small talk.
Surprise! Happy birthday, Chief.
Happy birthday, the Iron Bull.
Oh, you guys. You got me.
He appreciates that. Mars says, well, I did, but she didn't quite swing my way. Yeah, same thing happened between me and Cassandra. Oops, sorry. Where's my... There. Anything else that Bull might tell us? Nothing? Okay. Well, it was nice seeing you all. Chargers, hi Cram. Enjoy your celebration. Mia says, I could tell she's one of those people who only wants to hear what they want to hear, so I didn't give her my honest replies. Yeah, she is that kind of person. In that case, you can kind of consider her a little bit immature, definitely. Just a little bit. How do I go upstairs? Mia says, but I respect you massively for standing your ground to Red Jenny. Oh, we can buy and sell stuff here. What is this? Wait, let me loot it. Oh, you can get herbs and stuff here. Expensive dog treats again. Hello, merchant. Can I not talk to the merchant? I cannot talk to the merchant. What does she sell? Mars says, I love the gays, but I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a tad bit massively disappointed. Oh, I see. It's because I didn't. Yeah, I totally forgot that Sarah is only into women. What is this? The clasping maw, a unique greatsword. Looks cool. I love it. Mars says, it's okay, Jordan was like right there, so. Yeah, I feel like in terms of personality, Cassandra is probably the one that I can relate to the most. So that was why I tried to romance her the first time. But she didn't like me. She didn't like me that way. Oh, hello, Blackwall. Blackwall, quote unquote. In the last few years, Inquisitor, I hope this letter finds you well. I apologize for my prolonged absence. I have traced the whereabouts of one more of my former company, and I'm writing to you from Kirkwall, where he now resides. I knew him as Private Nicholas Lorry. He goes by Klaus now. Unlike so many of the men I betrayed, Klaus found a way to put his life together without turning to crime. It doesn't in any way lessen the horror of what I did, but it was comforting to see at least one life not completely ruined by my actions. Klaus is married to a lovely lady. They run a small bakery. It didn't take him long for recognition to dawn. And then I had two mince pies lobbed at my head. Pies that were fresh from the oven, mind you. It was a good thing I ducked. Oh, burning hot then. Okay. I made my apologies. Even after months of searching and making reparations, it was still hard. To his credit, Klaus allowed me to talk, and we ended the visit with ales at the Hanged Man. I should return within the month. Thank you for allowing me this time, Inquisitor. Yours, Tom Rainier. Or Rainier. Mars says, I would have said Josephine, but I didn't want Bunny to stab me in the face. Don't worry, Mars. It is just a game. I'm not at all jealous. But no, I'm not jealous at all. It's just a game. Mars says Bull is a charmer, but I'm not a bottom, so he's bro status.
Fashionably late. I thought you weren't gonna show.
Bull is a really cool person, but for me, he's more of a friend material. A buddy, a drinking buddy. I would have let you know.
I gave you my word we would talk, and I never break my word.
Easy there. I was just teasing. So tell me everything that happened while I was away.
He was just teasing.
And after the betrayal and what I put those men through, my sorries were worth about as much as shit.
Do you feel any better?
Are you glad you at least tried to apologize?
It's hard to say. I go back and forth most days. They needed to know that there's a way to come back from anything. And I wanted to help them if I could. I thought going up there on the gallows was difficult. This was worse. 100 times worse. Anyway, it's nice to be back. Though I'm not sure what to think of this council. No matter what, you know you can always count on my sword arm and my friendship.
Thanks. Maybe you should stop.
I'm getting a little worried for the palace.
Yeah.
And any passerby.
Is this even legal? Aren't you breaking property, Blackwall? Are you allowed to train here? I'm curious. And also concerned. What is that thing? Is there some sort of oh, a readable. Wager notes. Notes carried back and forth by runners covered in different handwriting. What do you say, gentlemen? 3 days before the Inquisition sees sense and aligns itself with Orlais. Properly this time, right, Sam? Nonsense, Marcel. Ferelden is here for blood. A day before they either demand it outright or threaten war on us if they don't get it, writes L. The Divine will intercede. She must. Victoria and the Inquisition are too closely connected in everyone's eyes for her not to interfere, says A. You have a great confidence in the Chantry, Alan, says M. 1,000 royals is worth of confidence from each of you if the Divine settles the fate of the Inquisition, writes A. Done. 1,000 from each of you once the Inquisition accedes sovereignty to Orlais and the Council of Heralds, writes M. You two will beggar me, says L. Leonard, are you out? Writes M. Don't be ridiculous. 1,000 royals on the Fereldans getting their way after all, writes L. Wow. Wagers. Oh. Someone's getting these two. They better find a room. Get a room, you two. Daisuke Goro on YouTube. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing, Daisuke Goro? He says, hello, first time watching your content. How are you enjoying the game so far? I'm playing my first playthrough, and I'm just a little further than you, so excited to play the end. I am very excited as well. I love this game so much. Oh, Cole is here too. In front of the tavern. Just observing humans. I'm so happy to have you here, Daisuke Goro. I hope you are enjoying your first playthrough of Inquisition. Mars on YouTube says he's a fellow himbo, so I can respect him. Ooh, you are a himbo as well, Mars. That's interesting to know. And he adds, no bull, but Blackball is definitely giving DILF energy. I agree with you. I agree with you.
Inquisitor, I see you have time for afternoon refreshments.
Did you know that a merchant in the courtyard is selling gemstones the same color as your eyes?
What an odd thing to say. I must see this for myself.
Wow. Wow, charisma check. Speech check, rather. Thank you. Nicely done. Yeah, nicely done, Cole.
You're useful to have around, Cole.
I still don't understand Orlesians and their masks, but it makes him happy. And I needed the table.
For breadcrumbs.
Birds like breadcrumbs.
There you go, breadcrumbs. There you go, bird friends.
Oh, Cole, good day. I didn't see you there.
But
Aww.
I saw you, as lovely as your songs.
Wow, Cole, he's all grown up. I'm happy for you both.
I'm pleased for both of you.
The world has ample pain, Inquisitor. The kindness found in Cole is rare indeed.
Her songs bring happiness to those who hear.
Aww.
And I can make her happy in return.
I'm sure you
Well
can,
then,
Cole.
Carry on.
With your gentle soul. The songstress and the gentle soul, Cole. I'm happy. I'm happy for the both of them.
Hello.
Okay, go ahead, Meriden. You can you can sing. You can sing for your boyfriend.
Of course.
Mars says, "Nice to meet you, Dice Kid. Can I call you Dice?" Dice is a lovely nickname for someone called Dice Kid. Nice song. I love this song. Mia says, "I agree. Black Hole is definitely giving Zaddy energy. He is definitely a Zaddy." Okay, enjoy your time together. Did I miss anything? Cause I can still hear a ping. A ping. Oh, it's just the golden nug. Anything else here? I feel like we have spoken with everyone, right? Except for Vivienne. Let's go drop more treats for Cullen and his dog. Who is this? That's Blackwall. Where is Cullen again? I forgot. Let me check our handy dandy. Handy dandy map. Oh, he's over there. So we've only got Cullen and Vivienne. Sorry, Josephine and Vivienne. I haven't spoken with my beloved Josephine. There you go, Cullen.
Inquisitor.
Let's go visit Madame de Fer, Vivienne herself. Daisuke says, "Thank you, great to hear that you are enjoying the game. I'm loving it too. I am happy to hear that you are enjoying DAI. It's my second favorite game. Mars recommends Origins. Origins is a great game as well. I didn't get to play it, but I've watched a full-length playthrough of it in the past."
Darling, you made it. Excellent.
Here I am, my best friend.
Ages ago, and they do appreciate punctuality.
Appointment?
For what? Here I am,
With the Imperial
friend.
Garden Spa, of course. You work so hard, my dear. I wanted to treat you.
Oh, that's really nice of you, Vivienne. I love spa days. Sounds like fun.
That sounds like a fantastic idea.
Of course it is, darling. That's the only kind I have.
The only fun she has. Oh, nice. Is it massage cucumbers on
What
our
are the
eyes?
cheese wheels for?
Oh, they're cheese.
It pains me that you even have to ask.
Cheese?
You've clearly been living too long in barely civilized conditions.
Is this good? Oh, Sarah, what are you
Did
doing?
you hear something?
Relax, darling. It's spa day. How have you been? It seems ages since we've spoken. I hope all is well with you and Ambassador Montillier.
Ooh, looking for juicy details.
Are you digging for gossip, Vivienne? Trying to get me to give up the juicy details?
Merely expressing concern for your well-being, my dear. Someone ought to.
Oh my, Sarah's getting chased by cleaning ladies. What have you been up to, Vivienne?
You must be keeping very busy.
I love this. It's so
Someone has
relaxing.
to keep the mess that's been made of Thaddeus's institutions of magic from flying
Vivienne
apart.
knows me, my likes, my
Don't you
my
feel
hobbies.
better, my dear? This place really does work miracles.
What happened?
Darling, it's spa day. Don't fret. You'll undo all the good they've done. Come along, Inquisitor.
Did
They
we
have
fall
other
asleep?
appointments, you know.
Ham! The jade ham! Oh my! Where did all this ham come from? Sarah just leaving us more jade ham. Yum. Oh no! If only Scott was here and Unather. Look at that! It's Mark's mangled mace! It's Scott's favorite weapon. Mark's mangled mace. Scott, if you are watching this as a video on demand, here you go. You've got 5 jade hams and 1 Mark's mangled mace. Another one. Okay, we've got 2. Sarah's the best, isn't she? Daisuke says he started playing Origins since he loves Inquisition and he is also enjoying it. Good to hear. Daisuke says, by the way, sorry chat and bottom if my English is very bad. Haha, not my first language. It's not bad at all, Daisuke, don't worry.
There must be something here.
Oh no! That guy left. Sorry. We didn't manage to, we should have approached him from the back. Sorry, that Harlequin. I better try to find those Harlequins off stream. If we can. If we can. No problem at all, Daisuke. I appreciate that you are trying to express yourself in a language that's not your first language, and you are very good at it.
Darling, what can I do for you?
I wish I could understand or speak more languages so that I could, you know, being a polyglot is a good thing. So you can connect with more people, definitely. Mara says, I would say so. There's some old glitches in it, but if you download some mods, you'll be good. Ham! And also, I had missed it previously. Mara says, the only issue with Origins is there's no jump, and it's suffering from old game syndrome. But it's not bad at all. Old game syndrome. Mars says, you could have fooled me, but... Yeah, exactly. I didn't notice anything. I didn't notice anything that would make me think that it's not your first language. I was surprised to I was surprised to hear that English is not your first language.
What are they up to? What is that servant?
Where is Josephine? Where's my beloved? Oh, she's here? Weren't we just here earlier? No? Okay, I guess not. Oh, she's probably upstairs. She is probably upstairs. Have we got any other portraits that need realigning? I guess not. And then there was also a barred door, if I'm not mistaken. Mars says, Sarah is certainly something. Definitely. I want to go in, but this door is barred. Daisuke says, you're very kind, but my grammar sometimes sucks. Haha, but thank you. It doesn't. It really doesn't. I think it's if you're trying to go for American English, it's the best. Well, I think American English and British English grammar is exactly the same. It's just the pronunciations and the, what do you call that? The spellings that are different. But yeah, grammar is perfect. I would know because I used to be an English teacher. In another life, I was an English teacher.
I'm parched. Where is that
Where
servant?
is my beloved Josephine? She's upstairs. Have I not gone upstairs?
A pleasure.
Mara says these stories are clearly a euphemism. Why do you think so? Oh, Josephine is over there. Let me look around before I speak with my beloved. Should we propose, chat? A crumpled silk napkin. A crumpled silk napkin with some words inked in the corner. They're so smudged by wine stains. The only ones still readable are "There was once a man from Hosberg." Mars says, sorry, it's the bard coming out of me. Pardon me. No, not at all. It's fine. I guess I just didn't realize how it would seem like a euphemism. Maybe I'm just a bit slow. Josephine and the last few years. My dear Inquisitor Chelsea, Commander Cullen has reviewed the soldiers. I have written and received so many letters from the Orlesian court. Our birds practically blot out the sun. We are as prepared for this exalted council as we will ever be. I know this past year has been full of formal meetings. Goodness knows I have attended many myself, but this one will truly test the alliances and friendships we have worked so hard to build. Take courage, darling, and please visit me before we begin the exalted council. It would make me so happy to see you. Love, Josephine. How sweet. Cole, in the last few years, Inquisitor, your suggestion regarding the young man Cole was excellent. He displays an uncanny ability to locate missing people. When hostile forces held our agents and we feared they would be killed if we approached, Cole was able to reach them without being detected. Sneaky, sneaky Cole. While he has been less useful overall at extracting intelligence, I have learned to trust his instincts about whether a target is trustworthy or malicious. Per your request, I have limited his assistance to rescue operations or attacks on clearly hostile forces. Whatever magic lives in the young man's mind, it would be poorly served by the less pleasant necessities of our work. His remarks about my family, while not germane to the mission at hand, were also greatly appreciated. Yours, Charter. Oh, okay, so Cole now works for the Inquisition spies. The Inquisition scouts under who used to be under Liliana. But now that she's divine, I guess Charter is now the acting leader, maybe, of the Inquisition scouts. I will be back. Don't go anywhere. Daisuke on YouTube says, OMG, judged by a professional in an Inquisition gameplay will be iconic. Another on Twitch says, hi, hello, hi, Another. How are you doing this fine Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon. Oh, Luciano, hello on YouTube. Welcome in. Mars says the days of our youth. The days come. Oh, it's a song. The days of our youth to the days come and gone. For the age of aggression is just about done. Another song from Skyrim. Welcome back, Unather, says Rose on Twitch. Mars Mars on YouTube says, down with Ulfric, the killer of kings. On the day of his death, we'll drink and we'll sing. Mia says bravo. And Mars says thank you. Be sure to tip your waitresses. And also tip your bard. Okay,
it's
here
so
comes
good to see you, darling.
Josephine.
I've been fielding Orlesian diplomats all afternoon.
Have they given you trouble?
Not at all. It is quite alarming. It means they are all saving themselves up for later.
Oh no.
Would you walk with me? I should like
Surely,
to take
my
some air
darling.
before the Exalted Council becomes inescapable.
Surely, my darling.
The palace has been most accommodating. We are, after all, here at their insistence. But the ministers may... No more talk of the council. This meeting was to spend time with you in a more relaxed fashion.
Pleasure first, business later. You're still planning.
Then why can I still see those wheels turning in your head?
Work carries a certain momentum. The truth is, there is a small entertainment happening tonight.
Oh.
To which I may be able to
I'm
find
up.
a
I'm
pair of
up for a
invitations.
party.
You'd like me to go with you?
Let's go.
Very much so. In all the years you worked with Orlais, you had so little time to enjoy its culture.
That's a good point.
Perhaps you're right. These meetings and talks don't allow for much leisure time.
And then back to Skyhold without a moment's pause to take in where we are. Sometimes, I'm afraid I do not make enough time for you, my love. Please, come with me tonight.
Of course I will, but doing what exactly?
And what is this small entertainment?
Something to ease our minds. I would very much like to surprise you with the details.
Is it opera? Is it jazz performance? What is it? Anything to see you smile.
If it makes you happy, how can I refuse?
Oh, wonderful. I was worried we wouldn't find the time. The past years have been so busy. We have earned at least a few moments of rest.
A calm night out sounds...
Oh, bravo!
Oh, so it's
Bravo.
theater. Look at that face. That should be today's thumbnail. What just happened?
Was the woman in gold playing a king? Who was the man in feathers?
Oh, it's all very simple. The first actor's mask is determined by... well, I will lend you the program guide.
You should have given me that
But
before
tell
the
me,
play.
did you enjoy the performance?
I enjoyed your company more.
The performance pales in comparison to the lovely lady I saw it with.
Ooh, we're so smooth.
You are sidestepping the question.
Love leaves my tongue tied.
Wow, we
Well,
know
in
what to
that
say.
case, I suppose allowances can be made.
Aw, how sweet. Smoochy smoochy time again. It's smooching time again. Here I am. Mars says you're too kind. A blessing to your house. And Daisuke says, OMG, you date Josephine. She's awesome. Yeah. I wish I could propose to her or something.
I do hope you recovered from your night at the opera. Any ear-ringing should go away in a day or two.
Orlesian opera's
Hello, my
really
love.
loud, I guess. Oh, I just remembered. We have yet to speak with Dorian. Are there any other things that we need to do here? No? That readable is, Oh. That wasn't there before. Liliana, in the last few years. Inquisitor, thank you so much for your kind inquiries. I'm doing very well, although I have been quite busy. Selecting new staff for my apartments at the Grand Cathedral has taken me so much longer than expected, and if you wouldn't mind, I would like to borrow Scout Harding for a few weeks to help me find more nugs. Liliana, are you planning to kidnap all the nugs in Thedas? I cannot possibly hire anyone to a permanent position without first observing them in a room full of baby nugs. I get it. It's a test for her staff, and all the litters I have on hand are nearly full grown. In any case, I will see you soon at Halam Sharal. Until then, Liliana. Liliana's the best. She's adorable and scary at the same time, and I've never met anyone like that in real life. I don't even know if I want to meet someone like that. Mia on YouTube says Lamau this part. Lamau indeed. Mara says, love is so lovely. One day soon you'll find your own beloved. What is this chili? No, is it a feather? Mars says, breaks into song. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. Mia says, may everyone find the love they deserve. Definitely. I'm just trying to find any more collectibles or whatever else we may be able to find. This door is still barred. I have no way to get in. Maybe it's something we can open later. I want to check the let me just check the eastern part of the Winter Palace one last time, just to see if we miss anything before moving on. Hey, Varric.
I'll be here if you need me.
Somewhere over. Oh yeah, I just missed Unather's chat. I'm sorry. He says, all good, I'm having McDonald's so I can type a lot. I'm craving McDodo's fries. I call McDonald's McDodo's because it sounds cute. I want some McDodo's. Maybe we should get some McDodo's today. I still don't know how to get to that thing up there. This one. Can I climb up? Is there a way to climb? Somewhere over the rainbow. Maybe I'll try to figure it out off stream. Nothing else here in this corner. Daisuke says, I found a love in Iron Bull, and honestly I fear is the only relationship I'm gonna have the rest of my life. Says Daisuke. Oh no, that's really sad. I hope not. I hope not. I know the Iron Bull is unique,
It is good to see you,
and it's
my
hard to
friend.
find someone in real life who's like him, but I hope that you find the love of your life, your own personal Iron Bull in real life. He is definitely unique. He is protective. He's a great fighter, great warrior, and has a noble heart, a gentle heart. He's a gentle giant, as they say. A gentle giant. Anything else here? Somewhere out there, beneath the pale moonlight, Oh my, we missed that chance again. Oh no. These jesters. Or harlequins. But still, I'm glad to hear that you found love in Inquisition. Yeah, Mars, I agree with you. You'll find true love. It's out there for all of us, as he says. Let's now move on to the eastern part. Sorry, that was the western part. Oh my. I'm directionally challenged, as Barry said a long time ago in one of her streams. Directionally challenged. And Daisuke says, ha ha ha. Thank you, I hope so. I hope so as well.
Inquisitor?
Do we need to fill it? Oh, okay. Have we got everything? No, there's that one thing that's lodged on top. Oh, okay, we got everything. Where are you going, doggy? What's going on? What's going on? No! Bees! Bees! Cudgel of the Golden Ebon Queen. Okay.
Inquisitor?
I'm glad we got that. We've completed the one side quest. I'm happy. Another says chorus singing. Thank you. Mia says, well, I know how you feel, Daisuke. It says a lot when Dragon Age relationships are more emotionally fulfilling than a lot of human beings these days. That is true. That is true. I feel you people. Sorry. Just checking chat. Mara says, Morrigan was my first romance in a game, and it taught me that I apparently had a thing for toxic women. Oh no, oh no. That's a bit sad. Not now, mind you. I've healed a bit too much for that, I'm afraid. I'm happy. I'm happy to hear that. We are all for healing and recovery here. Rose says pizza too. Oh yeah. Pizza. We are scheduled to eat pizza again on Monday.
I should look around.
I should look oh lord. We missed out. We missed out on that again. Oh no. These harlequins are hard. What do I even do? Well, if we really can't do it, it's fine. It is just a side quest after all. We haven't even started the real quest. Oh no. Mia says we live and we learn, don't we? And Rose says, I'm glad you healed from that. Live and learn. Okay, let us speak to Dorian first before we talk to the Erlesian and Ferelden ambassadors.
Ole is on your side, Lord Parvis. The Inquisition's support is not a thing to lose lightly.
Which is why the Orlesian court is circling it with a net and collar? But you'll have to excuse me. I see an old friend I must greet.
I saved him from some political
Inquisitor,
debate.
how long has it been? Don't actually tell me. I despise feeling old. It's good to see you, my friend.
Oh, good to see you too, Dorian.
You arrived ahead of me. I hope all's well.
It's everything I expected. We've been spared the burden of surprise. Ole wants the Inquisition tamed, Ferelden wants it gone, the Chantry medals, and Tevinter sends but one ambassador.
And that is
That's
you.
me, by the way. A reward for my interest in the South. Thankfully, Ambassador Pavis is a token appointment. Call on me as you like.
Bestie. You are still my bestie.
Inquisitor, Duke Cyril Montfort, member of the Council of Heralds and Lord of Chateau Haine.
Don't interrupt our
followed your work.
conversation,
It is
Duke Cyril.
extraordinary.
Is that sentiment shared by the rest of the court?
Of course. Ole wishes only to offer respectful guidance to the
Ah,
Inquisition.
respectful guidance, huh? You disagree with them?
Does your grace feel the Inquisition should continue to rule itself?
I would rather see the Inquisition join us freely than be carved into pieces for the chessboard. I have not forgotten Justinia's death. I had friends who perished at the Temple of Sacred Ashes. More than the good you have done, it is a good we may do together I don't wish to lose. Whatever happens, Inquisitor, I wish you well.
Thanks. Wait, I want to talk to Dorian again. Well, he's gone. I don't know where he is. Where did he go? Daisuke says, Rose indeed, he knows about limits and he's open on relationship. Kind, funny, and protective. God, I'm also your child. Let me meet a man like him. Maybe one day. I'm sure you'll find someone who, he might not be 100% like Iron Bull, but has some similar qualities. And Mars says, you guys are sweet. What an ugly helmet, indeed. I don't like that helmet. Where is Arl Tegan? Mars says, made it sparks fly that for you in the 3D. Yeah, that is true.
Divine Victoria, am I interrupting?
Of course not, Inquisitor. I was catching up with Redcliffe's Arl. He's here to represent Ferelden at the summit.
Inquisitor, good to meet you.
How is Redcliffe? How is Redcliffe?
How are things in Redcliffe, my lord?
We still come across scars left by the Venatori, but the land continues to mend.
A moment, Your Holiness?
I had hoped to steal a moment of the Divine's time.
Very well. We'll continue this later, Your Perfection.
Many are frightened of the Inquisition's power, but I will do all I can to allay their fears.
How can I help?
Is there anything I can do to make your job easier?
Explore the grounds. Let yourself be seen. The delegates need to put a face to the legend. I have much to do, but let me say this. I may no longer be your spy master, but I am always here if you require.
Thank you, Liliana. Mars says, well, if it ain't Miss Hollywood.
The Crown's anxious for news.
And
the woman of the hour.
Ferelden's position.
The breach is long gone, yet Skyhold's army remains. Ferelden can't continue to ignore soldiers on its borders.
I understand the fear.
The Inquisition has grown. I can see how its presence might cause concern.
Then you understand why we must demand a reduction of your military forces. A power without allegiance to either Ferelden or Orlais. Even I see neither of our countries can let it rest. I won't keep you longer. We'll have words enough when the Exalted Council begins.
Okay. Mars says, my second romance in Dragon Age Origins, but also the most genuine. Aw, Liliana is a really sweet person, definitely. If I had to play Origins, I would probably, and I had to romance a character, a companion, I would most definitely romance Liliana. Have I been here? Yeah, I guess. Oh no, we missed that one again. Wow, that's so hard. Oh well. I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna do one last sweep of this and then we will be ending the stream. And we'll do, what do you call that? We'll complete the side quest, or at least attempt to complete the side quest off stream. so that on our next stream we can proceed with the main quest. We can actually start the Exalted Council and proceed with the main quest of Trespasser DLC. Daisuke Goro says, I actually bought the Iron Bolt necklace romance from the BioWare shop last week. So excited for it to arrive, but I wanted to smash my tongue with a hammer since yesterday has 60% discount. Oh, I can relate to that. Oh, this couple is having a moment. I can relate to that. I have purchased things like a day before the sale, before a sale. And then yeah, it did feel bad afterwards hearing that. Oh no, I could have waited one day and I would have been able to save some money. Money. Okay, alright. I guess that's it for now. Mar says, I'm on Instagram and Facebook if anyone wants to chat with me off stream.
Inquisitor?
Please feel free to link to your or write your Instagram handle. Instagram and Facebook handles. Oh yeah, as Rose said, we hope that your necklace, your Iron Bolt necklace, arrives on time and that you enjoy it.
At once.
I love to see it. I also have my socials. I think the Stream Elements bot always tries to spam you guys with my socials. So feel free to send it to me or tag me on Instagram or Twitter, Threads or Blue Sky. I have all those. I guess that's it for today. We will be finally starting the quest, the Trespasser quest, main quest, on our next stream, which will most probably be Monday night, 7 p.m. Sorry, it's not 7 p.m. Yeah, it is 7 p.m. 7 p.m. PST, 10 p.m. EST, and if you are in Asia, particularly in Japan, that would be Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. Thank you everyone for joining us today. We have made some progress as we've spoken with all of our companions and advisors here at the Winter Palace. And oh, I love the smoke coming out of the chimneys. And I hope to actually make more progress on our next stream with the quest. Another on Twitch says, yes, Stream Elements has that covered. Mars says, I've never seen the necklace, but it sounds lovely. Have I missed anything else? Okay, there. Rose on Twitch says, Stream Elements needs to chill. Yeah, he's a bit chatty today. Our Stream Elements bot on Twitch and on YouTube. But anyway, thank you everyone. I wish you all a great weekend, and for those of you who are still celebrating 4th of July, I hope that your celebrations will bring joy, and still be safe. Don't use too many fireworks or firecrackers or whatever you use during the celebrations, and don't imbibe or consume too much. Another says, haha, agree. And Daisuke on YouTube says, thank you guys and Bun for the stream. I enjoyed chatting with you all. We enjoyed having you here as well, Daisuke. I hope to see you around. See you all next week. Until next time, take care. Good night and goodbye.